Higher, higher, higher. Let's take it. Let's take it. Let's take it. Let's take it. We gon' with some we going higher on the case for we going higher on the case for we're gonna get it elevated to the What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Caseyfield, King Self for Life Wrestling Takes, here to talk about Rampage, talk a little bit about Smackdown. Ladies and gentlemen, we are off to the races. Triple H and Tony Khan are about to do some heavy lifting against one another, and I can't wait. I'm ready for it. Smackdown today, the first hour from what I saw, great. Basically, everybody from the old school NXT got the push. Ricochet beat the snot out of Baron Corbin. Shinsuke Nakamura, the only way he can get a shot against Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship, he must beat his guy Ludwig. That's exactly what he did. We move on and got the women's situation. The gauntlet thing, Liv Morgan tried to cut a promo. They booed the snot out of her because everybody and their mama know she didn't win that match. She did not win that match, and fools was booing her. I said, that's not what you want. So what they did, they sent out Sonya Deville to basically kill the booing because the fans were saying you tapped out, and that's not what you want. You don't want that. So they had a gauntlet match to determine who's gonna get Liv Morgan at Clash of the Castle, and everybody was rooting hard for Raquel. Raquel was beating all the girls that came through. She was beating everybody until Shayna Baszler came out there. Once Shayna Baszler came out there, Shayna Baszler handled the business, and she will face Liv Morgan at Clash of the Castle, as from what I'm told. I believe that's what it is. I think that's what's going to happen because Ronda got suspended for putting her hands on referee. Kofi cut a promo talking about the Viking Raiders, and he got the shuck and the jiving as usual. You already know. I was like, I was on the roll with everything they was doing, and then he got the shuck and the jiving. I said, nah, that's not good. Then we get the Viking Raiders. They went against some jobbers. They beat the snot out of them. Then that's when Kofi came out beating the bricks off them with a doggone kendo stick. And Triple H said, well, you know how it is. We're going to have you wrestle one of them, and he beat one of them, and so obviously it's not over because Woods is out right now. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Oh, Pat McAfee was acting a complete clown on the show. I mean, just clowning, just acting a fool. Acting a goddamn fool, right? So throughout the whole show, we had Sami Zayn basically knocking on the Bloodline's door. The Usos kept popping out. Paul Heyman's not there because he got destroyed by Brock Lesnar, and he kept talking about how he wanted to get in there, talk to Roman. Now I don't know if it was Jimmy or Jay. One of them had that look on his face like he was cool with him. The other one had the look on his face like, man, I cannot deal with this clown. Like, I don't know what he want. He just had this look on his face like he knows something to pop up. I believe what Triple H and them is trying to tell us. once Kevin Owens is 100%, Kevin Owens is coming over to SmackDown. They are going to have the Bloodline face Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for those joint tag team titles. That's when they're going to lose them. Not sure exactly when, but based off of everything that transpired, that's what's going to happen. Roman comes out. They all come out. Everybody going nuts. Everybody cheering. Everybody going completely crazy right now. And they get to the ring. Roman started talking about how much he hate Brock Lesnar, but he respect him. And he said, now it's time to move on. So now we got Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre come out. Drew McIntyre comes out, and he's ready to address Roman Reigns because the two of them are finna face each other at Clash of the Castle. Man, ain't no way. Now, I've seen people talking about it. Pfeiffer put out a report, said that Karrion Kross and his wife may possibly be on their way back to WWE. Well, it happened. Karrion Kross' wife came out the woodwork. She came out. Scarlett popped. I said, oh, snap. I said, man, listen, I ain't going to lie. I'm not even a fan of Killer Kross and them. I'm not. But I popped. I popped for the man. I'm not finna sit up here and say I didn't. I popped. I was like, oh, snap. Triple H ain't playing. He going for the gutlet. He going for the throat. He going for the throat, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now. You know me. I don't sugarcoat for nothing. I ain't finna sit up here and shield. But like I said, when something's good, I tell you it's good. That man came out the woodwork and he murdered Drew McIntyre. I mean, he murdered him. He murdered Drew McIntyre. After that, Scarlett put the doggone hourglass in the ring with the sand and looked at Roman Reigns, and that's how the show went off. And I said to myself, the first hour of SmackDown was hot. Second hour was kind of mid till we got to the main part, the main event, which took place, which was the talking point. That was excellent. Well built, well produced. Kudos to Triple H and them. I'm actually interested. I don't know what the clown finna happen now. I'm not even sure. I don't know what the heck Triple H is trying to. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm interested. So kudos to Triple H for doing something, that I actually like. And we'll see. Fast forward. Rampage live. Rampage must be live at all times, ladies and gentlemen. Rampage felt like it mattered. Rampage must be live at all times. I don't care what nobody has to say. Rampage must be live. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm not going to talk about it till tomorrow. I saw the spoilers for Battle of the Belts 3. We're going to be very upset, and I will go off on Tony Khan. I will go off on Tony Khan tomorrow. I will go off on him because of the decision that he decided to do. But I'll talk about that tomorrow. And that will be later on because I'll be out. I'm not watching it when it come on. It's already been pre-taped. It's already taped. It's already done. Now, here's the deal. I think they was in Michigan, Grand Rapids. So Rampage was live from Grand Rapids because they taped Battle of the Belts before, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what they did. I think I'm not sure where they taped it, but it was taped. Battle of the Belts 3 was already taped. The crowd out here in Michigan was loud. They was hyped for the whole show. Before we got Jon Moxley versus Mance Warner, Moxley comes out. The crowd is going hype. And I already said, I told y'all what was finna pop off. I said, you know what's finna happen. You know Moxley and them gonna find a way to get busted open. Master cuts the promo. I saw the promo on Twitter yesterday, but they said, you know what, let's go ahead and put the promo on here right now. They put the promo on, and the man cut a promo, and I kid you not, the man sound like Stone Cold. He talked about I know who you are. I know who you are, Moxley. I seen you bleed. I seen you go to barbed wire. I seen you do everything, but I'm here to fight. I'm not here to wrestle. I'm like, okay. Now, like I said, I've never seen this cat wrestle in my life. Never. This is my first time actually seeing him wrestle. You get in the ring, Moxley come out, everybody going crazy. Everybody going wild. William Regal's on commentary acting a complete fool like he always does. Fans love it. They just love it. They love it. They love it. They love it. These two get in the ring, they start beating the brakes off each other. I want to say probably about 10 minutes into the match, next thing you know, Mance is bleeding all over the place. And then Moxley find a way to bust himself open on the head too. I say, well, there you have. Let me tell y'all something. I tell you every day. Listen, I like blood and wrestling. Blood in wrestling is a must because it makes you have sympathy for the cat that gets busted open. It does. It's like you feel some kind of way when somebody get busted open. But here's the problem. AEW does it way too much. Moxley and them, no matter who he's in the ring with, he's going to find a way to get busted open. And that's the only knock that I take away from Jon Moxley matches is because he thinks that whoever he's in the ring with, they got to find a way to bleed or something like that. I'm like, no, y'all don't, man. Y'all don't have to bleed all the time to have a good match. A match is great. The blood just, for me, it just takes away because they do it way too much. That's the biggest gripe I have against Jon Moxley. But Jon Moxley, for me, as of right now, he truly is the MVP of AEW. Not to take words from a certain cat named JD because I've seen him post on Twitter, but the man is 1,000% correct. Jon Moxley is carrying this company on his back. He is a champion. I ain't even calling him no interim champion because he is not an interim champion at all. He is the AEW World Heavyweight Champion right now. That's just who it is. CM Punk is hurt. When CM Punk come back, he can go for it. Now, CM Punk is going to be out this way. Matter of fact, I'm going to talk about it. The event that Sasha and Naomi's pulling up at, apparently CM Punk is going to be there. So maybe that might be a way for CM Punk to quote-unquote be Tony Khan's mouthpiece. Talk to him and say, listen, I understand Triple H is already trying to get y'all to come back to the E. You just heard what that coon Booker T just said. And excuse my language. I want to stop using that term. But you just heard what that buck dancing buffoon Booker T just said about y'all. Them fools in the back of WWE don't care nothing about you. All Triple H and them is doing is just trying to basically pull you away from basically helping out AEW or helping out a New Japan or helping out a Stardom or something like that. Y'all already know what to do come 2023. Y'all already know what to do. Let me tell you something, man. If they go back to WWE, look, the women's division over there is already it's starting to look like it matters. They just gonna add to it. My biggest problem is, do you trust the fools in the back? Because Booker T basically said that y'all don't belong here, and they don't give a care about y'all in the back. There you have it. So yeah, if they go back, it's gonna be like, okay. And I know fools like, well, they gonna be in the ring with Io Shirai and Dakota Kai because it's right now they got a tournament that's finna get started. They bring back the women's tag team titles. They bringing them back. It's a tournament that's gonna get started on Monday Night Raw. I already got Io Shirai and Dakota Kai winning them things because you know Bayley's gonna beat the snot out of Bianca at Clash of the Castle. You might as well pencil it in, and then they're gonna have their female version of the bloodline. It's already getting ready to happen. I'm just telling you right now before it happens. That's what I'm going with. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm telling you right now, that's my prediction right now. They don't need them. I get it. They trying to build something over there in SmackDown when it comes to, but at the end of the day, just merge the divisions. You merge the division, you ain't got this problem. Just merge the division. That's all you need to do. Merge. You merge the division, you wouldn't have to be dealing with rematches all day. Merge the division. That's it. So, back to this matchup. These two was going at it, beating the brakes off each other. That young man, Mansour, just found a way to just bleeding all over the place. I mean, he's just bleeding. And I said to myself, I'm in the match, but I said, I'm just waiting. I said, you know these fools finna start bleeding. You know they finna start bleeding. Sure enough, they start bleeding. Shout out to my main man, Gary. He said, this is basically Moxley before he came and became Dean Ambrose, who went to the E. He was always bleeding. I didn't see him pre-WWE. I seen him in WWE as Dean Ambrose. Apparently, like I said, he got watered down. He comes over to AEW, he's the man because he gets to go all over the place. He goes to New Japan, he goes to GCW. It does not matter what company he is, independent. That boy is everywhere. Jon Moxley is all over the place right now. And like I said, the man he is the AEW World Champion right now. He ain't no interim champion. He is the World Champion. My biggest grab, like I keep saying, is the blood. The young man don't need to be bleeding all the time. Do it when it matters. That's it. So he gets to speak to him after he won. Started rambling all, talk about what he gonna do to Jericho. That's it. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on from that. So I knew they was gonna have to have my man Konosuke Takeshita on the show. He got an opportunity to beat the brakes off of Mr. Ryan Nemeth. For fools who not sure who he is, that's Dolph Ziggler's brother. He looks exactly like him. He looks if you look at him, like you looking at Dolph Ziggler, just a younger version. Let me tell you something, man, about this young man, Konosuke. Takashita. Young man been out here putting on bangers no matter what. And I heard that the match he had with Claudio was off the chain. I can't wait to see that match. I want to see that match tomorrow. I heard it was great. Fools told me, they said that match was great. I said, all right, I can't wait to see it. This young man has been putting on bangers. He been putting on bangers. So Tony Khan said, well, let me go here, because this is a normal thing. In wrestling, when you know somebody got to lose, let them get a victory before they lose. That's the name of the game. Sometimes cats get victories before big matches and they still win. So, but more than likely, they had to make sure that this young man get a win. And I forgot the wizard dude. I forgot his name. He was out there trying to call some goofy clown stuff, but Konosuke laid his behind out. He laid him out. So it was like a real quick match. 1, 2, 3. You know, nothing special. But like I said, this young man, I'm telling you, he has it. The young man has that it factor. I see why people gravitate towards this young man. I told you, I wasn't really on board right away, but like I said, as I've had the opportunity to see different matches and see what he can do and all of that, I'm telling you, man, this young man is on his way. This Konosuke cat is on his way, ladies and gentlemen. He is on his way. So Peter, Peter, that's the name. He got laid out. So we got a backstage segment about what took place. Actually, we had 2 backstage segments because I got to talk about Ricky Starks. Best Friends was talking. It was talking, and OC was getting his leg checked on, and you see Dan Houser standing there with the mask on because he quote unquote he's the lawyer now, he's the doctor, and they talked about how OC is falling way down in the singles ratings, and they fell way down in the tag team ratings, so they really have nothing else going on for them. But they're interested in getting involved in this trios tournament. What do you say? So they all put their hands in, and then here come Danhausen putting his hand in there. So yeah, it's me, the doctor. I'm like, listen, man. Fools love this cat. They love him. I don't see it. He's just there to be there, man. I get it. He's there for the comic relief. People tell me he's a merch mover and all that. I don't see it with this dude. I legit don't see it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it, man. I'm just sitting here. I'm just like, dog. It's a waste of time. Now, before I talk about Madison Rain's AEW debut, we had another backstage segment earlier. What took place? Ricky Starks, after he got jumped, and they asked him about what he gonna do with Will Hobbs, and as soon as he was gonna start talking, here come QT Marshall and his crew. Now, I did not know that him and Aaron Solo were a tag team. Aaron Solo cut a promo on him and say, hey, man, with all the foolishness going on, you actually need somebody to watch your back now. Now, me and you, we used to be tag team partners all throughout the whole circuit, so I actually know exactly how you move. And he told him, man, he said, I don't need you. And who the heck is that? Man, they turned my man Nick Camarada into the old school version of, well, actually a mixture. He looked like Madcap Moss, and he looked like Tony D, but he looked like he finna be a part of some kind of spectacular. I said, man, how did you kill the caveman gimmick? The caveman slash crazy man, because he was running around in a straitjacket. I would have liked that. I think that would have been a whole lot better with him running around with that doggone straitjacket. If you really gave us an understanding of why he's running around in a straitjacket all day. Like I said, man, learn to have fun with gimmicks. Gimmicks is supposed to be to get cats over. You're supposed to have fun with certain gimmicks or whatever. That's the name of the game. Don't just be doing something and then if it does not quote unquote manifest with the fans or get over with the fans, then you kill it. Don't just do it because we don't no. Nah, they got him looking like he getting ready to be a star at a magic show in Vegas. That's what he looks like. I was looking for him to have that little wand that cats be having when they start doing the little tap dancing and all that stuff. That's what I was looking for. Because at first I was like, wait, man, who is this clown? And then I thought about it. I said, wait, that's Nick Camarado. He cut the beard, he cut his hair. He ain't got no mustache or nothing. I was like, I don't know. So it looked like we get ready to have a little storyline with QT and Ricky. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not really on board with that. I want Ricky and Will Hobbs. But I guess this is Tony's way of letting, getting Ricky ready before he goes against Will. I guess that's what they want to do. I don't know. But they had that little segment. So we get here. Madison Rain comes out. She makes her AEW television debut, quote unquote, match wise. She comes out. Fans go crazy. Wop. Layla Gray and Stokely Hathaway come out. Stokely Hathaway is dancing to Layla Gray's music as she's walking out, looking extremely silly. All right, for me, this was a good match, but I think for me it was a little bit too long. It shouldn't have went as long. I get it. This was her debut match, so they kind of wanted her to say, "All right, let's for people who are not really familiar with Madison Rain, let us get you ready to experience what she's gonna bring to the table." Being a part of the women's division. And I understand what Tony Khan was doing, so kudos to Tony Khan for doing that, but I still think that it was a little bit long. Shout out to my main girl, Miss Info. She was the one that had posted that, and I retweeted what she said. She was right on the money with that. Like I said, matchup was good. It was all right, but I think for me it was just a little bit too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, get right to the point. Madison Rain is making her stay. She's in here, boom, over. So, after she beat the snot out of Layla Gray, Jade Cargill comes walking down and said, "Welcome to the show, but let me tell you something. You in my territory now. So whatever you need to do to get yourself hot or whatever, you still dealing with me, because I'm going to whip that tail." And you know what she calls herself. You know what? I tell you every day, I got the utmost respect for women. You would never hear me call a woman out her name. I would never call her a female dog, because that's what a female dog is. I'm not going to call her that. I got the utmost respect for women. It does not matter. I don't even care if she acting ugly. I will never call her that. I don't care, because what you're doing is, this is, like I said, if it's any knock I have against Jade Cargill and Tony Khan's booking of Jade, it's the whole point of her disintegrating herself. And like I said, I feel the same way no matter if any girl calls herself. When Britt run around herself calling herself the best, I say this all the time. I don't like that. Because it's like you disrespecting yourself. You don't have to disintegrate yourself so somebody can actually like you. No. Like I said, man, we living in some jacked up times. We really are. Like, I just, like I said, anytime like I hear that word, it just be like, it's not me. You're not gonna catch me saying it. I get it. That's her thing. That's what she does. But like I said, if there's anything about Jade that I would knock, it's that. However, the delivery of her promo was excellent. Jade getting better and better on that mic, ladies and gentlemen. She getting better and better. So she basically said the open challenge is going to be Madison Rain. This is basically to allow her to get another victory on her resume to add to the number, because pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen, the edible is going to happen. It's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. She's going to lose. She's going to lose. And when that moment happens to whoever she ends up losing to, it's going to be special. That's what we are waiting on. We are waiting for that big moment when she drops the title to whoever she drops the title to, whoever that is, whether that's Athena or Chris Statlander, is going to be special. And that's what I'm cool with when it comes to the booking of Jade Cargill. I'm cool with that. So, as she talking, Kiera Hogan tried to come up in there and tried to lay out Madison Rain. Kiera got jumped. Kiera didn't even do nothing. Kiera didn't do a goddamn thing. She came out there trying to quote-unquote be Jade's henchman, and it didn't work. She got her behind, kicked. Madison Rain tore her behind up like 1, 2, 3. So, that's that. Right? Basically make her look strong, because obviously she's losing next week on Dynamite at Quick of the Lake. So, the match is set. Jade Cargill versus Madison Rain is already set up. So, we get the main event. Street Fight, AEW Tag Team titles. Swerve in their glory versus Josh Woods and Tony Nese. Promo segment. Smart Mark Sterling, Josh Woods, Tony Nese, talking bull jive. Swerve, Keith, looking like they ready to eat some cats up for lunch, breakfast, and dinner, because that's exactly what happened. Mark Henry, that's enough talk. It's time for the main event. Ladies and gentlemen, this was an excellent main event. These cats went out here and they destroyed each other. Now, Smart Mark Sterling did get, and he did find a way to get involved a whole lot, which I kind of would have not done. But overall, they did make you think that Tony Nese and Josh Woods is gonna walk out with those titles. That's one thing I like about so far. What I'm liking about everybody who's dealing with Swerve and Lee, anybody that gets in the ring with them, and whoever they in a match with, they always make you think that Swerve and them is going to lose, no matter what. Okay, so we get into what they was doing now. Lee got some powder thrown on him. I don't know what type of powder it was, and they was out there setting up all kind of tables or whatnot. So Tony Nese, Swerve, they in there just sweet chin music in each other left and right. I mean, I'm telling y'all, they just, listen, they was beating the brakes off each other. Listen, from what I was watching, I said, this beat down right here. And the crowd was in it. They was in it. I believe this is Michigan. If this is Grand Rapids in Michigan, kudos to those fans out there because they made a lot of noise tonight. And man, boy, the signs that I seen, man. Somebody had a Vince McMahon money sign about him stealing money from the company. Somebody had a pay MJF sign. I seen the clowns, and then over in WWE, somebody had a Lacey Evans sign. I mean, man, listen, that's the one thing about wrestling fans and they signs, boy. So there was a spot that happened. Now, Woods kept trying to throw Keith Lee through the two tables that was sitting out there. He couldn't. He kept trying. It wouldn't work. Tony Nese ended up sweet chin musing Keith Lee, and with him falling back, all his weight came down on Josh Woods' head. I was like, dang, that was a spot, man. That was a spot. I said, oh, I hope Josh is good. All that weight coming down on that man like that. I said, dang. But, like I said, man, with all that going on, so you got Tony Nese and you got Swerve in the ring. And like I said, what are they going to do now? And then Smart Mark Sterling jumping off the turnbuckles and elbow dropping himself through a doggone table looking goofy as possible. I'm like, man, I'm telling these fools in wrestling, I'm telling they all over the place. So with all this situation going on, Keith Lee out, all that, what the heck are they going to do? My man Swerve said, I'm about to take this fool out. It was a chair. He did the moves. I don't know what that move is, where he took his knees and he drove him right into his head on the chair. It was over. 1, 2, 3. That crowd went crazy. The main event was excellent. Swerve and their glory retained. Listen, I was talking about this today. Is Tony Khan doing what I think he may possibly do? Could he set up the Acclaim versus Swerve in Our Glory at All Out? If he set that match up, we in for a crazy ride, because that match it's gonna be very entertaining. I know it will. Now, unfortunately, the Acclaim got to lose because you know they're not winning. But as of right now, they the number one tag team. Because you heard what my man said on Dynamite. He said we have won the most matches as a AEW tag team. That's what they said. So if we are setting this up, maybe. Because I thought that they was going to save these two cats for them to wrestle each other at All Out. But they said, no, Tony Khan said, no, I'm going to get this match over with. Let's get it over with. We done with it. The story is over. It's finished. Tony Nese, Josh, move on to something else. We moving on. AEW Tag Team Titles defense. This is another successful title defense with Swerve in Our Glory. We moving on. So maybe that's the title. Maybe that's the picture. Maybe that's the picture, ladies and gentlemen. But overall, show was great. Show was excellent. And they also told you, get ready for Battle with the Belts. Like I said, I saw the spoiler for one of the matches. I won't say what it is. I'll talk about it when I get there. But we got the TNT title match, Jay Lethal versus Wardlow. We got Jamie Hayter versus Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's Championship. And we got my man Konosuke Takeshita versus Claudio Castagnoli for the Ring of Honor World Championship. So those are your 3 title matches. I will talk about it. I will come on here tomorrow night. Like I said, I'll be out handling business. I'll be back to watch the show. After the show is already going to be taped. come back, watch it, and I'll give an honest review about the show. Overall, like I said, I like the show. This is a good Rampage. Live Rampages are the best. Listen, it may be some things that may be off. Like I said, certain things that happen, but for the most part, everything flows perfectly when you have live stuff. This is why Rampage must be live at all times. I don't care. Tony Khan, find a way to make sure it's live. Find a way to make sure it's live. Man. That's it, man. That's all I gotta say. I'll see y'all cats tomorrow. Hit the comment section up. Tell me how they felt about everything. Smackdown, AEW Rampage. Tell me. Hit the comment section up. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I'll talk to y'all cats later. Holla at me.